8:47, the new year is well underway, and it's time to get a handle on your to-do list for 2012, but maybe feeling a little overwhelmed or anxious. That would be many of us. Joining us to explain how to get a handle on the year ahead and in the workplace performance, especially, is expert Jason Womack, and author of Your Best Just Got Better. I like that. And Jason joins us now. Nice to have you here.
Good morning.
Thanks for driving in. You're not from the area, you're from California. So how was it driving in this weather?
I just left a little bit of extra time to get here.
Perfect. You listened to Kelsey this morning.
That's right. That's right.
Well, tell us about the book. You have a couple of copies here. And I love your background. You were a teacher.
Yes.
And you motivated your kids, and someone overheard that, you were saying, and all of a sudden you have a new career.
I got invited to speak for a company on desktop and workplace organization.
Right.
And that led to, as we all know, one path leads to another.
And were you always a pretty organized person?
No. So the book really showed up because I was talking to people over the years about what made the difference. What makes the difference between good and great, okay and great, and I found there are just a few things that people do consistently.
Right, and I will say, I'm pretty good at with either my Post-it pad, or now with the iPhone. You can do it on your phone. Yeah. But I do try to do a to-do list and check it off. Is that an important thing to put together a to-do list?
Yeah, I think everybody wants to know at the end of the day that they got something done. I actually talk about 3 different kinds of lists that my clients create. And in any given day, there's things I'm thinking about, there's things that I'm managing over time, and then there are those to-dos. And in the book, I talk about the difference between a verb action list, a noun action list, and the very significant difference between those two.
Right, because it can be overwhelming, and so you need to know how to kind of parse it all out.
It's almost like the good news. It's overwhelming, right? There is too much to do.
Yeah.
As soon as we make that okay, all of a sudden then we can approach that from a different angle.
Well, and for so many of us, we get set in our ways. So how do we break out of our old patterns and kind of get into this mode that you're talking about?
In the book, I talk about breaking inertia. A body in motion tends to stay in motion in that direction. Worse, a body stopped has a tough time moving.
Yes.
And so in the early 80s, Nancy Reagan talked about just saying no. Later on, Nike talked about just doing it.
Yep.
I say, just get started.
Get started, right? That's a good place to just get going, dive in. What's the first step in changing, the way we do things?
I talk about the impact of the social network. Okay, before Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, we had a social network. Our mentors, our teachers, our coaches, our guides. I would say step 1 would be associate with someone who has moved forward, because they'll bring you along with them.
Right. Learn by that mentoring experience, in a sense. I like that. I like that. Why is it important to keep your BlackBerry or your iPhone out of bed? Don't have it there.
Well, attention and then action. So if I take a look at what I want to be doing when I'm resting, it's resting. If all of a sudden I start opening up loops, then I might spend cycles of thought through the night, in the middle of the night. Now, it's not every day that my clients can keep their BlackBerries out of bed, but I say choose.
Right.
Choose.
You need to unplug at times.
At times.
At times. All right, Jason. Well, thanks very much. You've got a copy of the book here.
Yes, I do.
Excellent.
Yes, I do. Love to leave one with the studio.
I like it. Your Best Just Got Better. There it is. Jason, thanks for being Jason Womack. There's the book again, showing it on your screen. Your Best Just Got Better. Work smarter, think bigger, make more. I like it. Thanks again for being here.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.